Let's try it again. Hey there, creative friends. Today I want to dive into a topic that has been on my mind lately: the idolization of entrepreneurship. We often find ourselves caught up in this narrative that glorifies the hustle culture. You don't have to click that deep in the void of the internet to find blog posts, podcasts, and ads telling you the story of a 27-year-old self-made millionaire who was a barista just 2 years ago. But when I see someone who has so quickly reached the top, whatever the top means for them, 1 million, $10 million, followers, you name that wild metric, are they even happy? Do they even care if they're unhappy, as long as they are loaded and externally validated? Then I started to question myself for questioning them. Am I feeling this way because I'm envious? Or because something just doesn't sit right with this narrative? This is something I want to explore today in this video, and I'm curious what you think. Because I conduct business mostly online, I've been paying a lot of attention to the digital entrepreneur space. Over the years, I've witnessed countless young online entrepreneurs who seem to have it all figured out. They created these massive online empires, raking in multi-seven-figure incomes, most of the time from selling online courses or coaching programs or masterminds, even though they've only worked in the industry they're teaching for maybe 6 months, all the while being hailed as workaholic geniuses. Their relentless work ethic and the ability to produce content at robot-level efficiency was captivating. But what we often fail to see is the toll it takes on their mental and emotional well-being and on those around them. These entrepreneurs rarely reveal the sacrifices they made along the way, at least not until after. They neglect to show the sleepless nights, the strained relationships, the declining health, and the fading sense of self that can come with an obsession for success. But it's a very specific type of success, the ones that are in the limelight, running in similar circles of industry besties, and they use their network effect to grow their influence and their income, and try to sell you on the same, disregarding how much of this rapid success was due to connections. It's only when they reach their breaking point that they make this dramatic exit, inventing this enlightened state of being about finally realizing what's truly important. This leads me to my second point. There are millions of small business owners who choose a different path. They took 10 years or much more to build a sustainable business. They choose to stay out of the spotlight, and they even say no to opportunities to make more money because they already know it won't bring them more happiness after a certain point, or because they can be more present for their family and other parts of their life. They understand that success is not solely measured by financial wealth or internet fame. These quiet entrepreneurs experience their fair share of struggles too, but they prioritize what truly matters to them. They're not in pursuit of validation from the world or the constant need for public recognition. They are the slow growers, making a difference day by day in their small businesses and within their communities. They're not paying PR agencies to find media appearances to catapult their business exponentially. They're building things brick by brick, using their own money and sweat equity. Some of them do become multimillionaires. Some of them are happy with much less. But they know when to stop, and those are the ones we should learn from. If browsing through the feed of these online entrepreneurs make you feel crappy, but you can't seem to hide them fast enough because more just pop up as your social media ads or something else, then maybe consider this. For every one of them who is dangling a carrot in your face, there are probably 10 others who are just doing their own thing and not posting it online for validation. They may not be real faces with public profiles, but we can imagine them as a collective group without knowing them or their net worth. Perhaps it's time we reassess who we worship. Why do we put on the pedestal those who burned themselves out on the path to becoming millionaires, only to praise them again when they announce to the whole world about their newly enlightened state of being, when the lessons should have been obvious earlier? Now, one analogy I can come up with, and you'll see my point in a bit, is babies. Some babies learn to walk by crawling first, then cruising, then taking 1 or 2 steps, then taking more steps without support, etc. Some other babies will skip crawling altogether and go straight to running on their little legs, crashing and falling their way to toddlerhood and beyond. Maybe some people are able to do things more incrementally, and others only have an on or off switch and can only learn from crashing and burning. If this is the reality, can we stop fetishizing one way so much over the other? Maybe they can't help themselves. Maybe it has something to do with their upbringing or childhood or their relationship with money, but we can help ourselves. Stop giving them your precious attention and hard earned money, and maybe, just maybe, they'll learn to walk steadily sooner. And if we are going to admire the crash and burn types, let's also admire the slow growers. I know this is a tall order because the slow growers don't make it to magazine covers, but who's reading magazines these days anyway? But what it will really take is to change the narrative about what success is. It's not just about the destination, but also the journey and the impact we have on those around us. While we have to be proactive about burnout prevention, it's important to acknowledge that some pressure to take action can be beneficial. In my own experience, I had to develop some self-awareness for when I'm not making progress. I had to confront whether I'm hiding behind the virtue of growing slowly out of fear and insecurity. We can still make progress that's in alignment with our values and our current demands in other aspects of life. But sometimes slow can be too slow. Slow can turn into a full stop. One of the ways to keep the momentum is to build accountability. That could mean having a friend who's working on a personal project on their own and lean on each other as accountability buddies. Or it could be public accountability, like announcing to your friends and family that you're going to launch your website before it's ready. I find that these arbitrary deadlines you set for yourself don't work that well. So how can you add some pressure to your goals? If you haven't heard of the term habit stacking, I find it useful when I need to build momentum on a new project or on completing an existing one. The idea is to attach a new small repeatable action to an existing habit that you're already doing, like playing an audio meditation while you make and drink coffee in the morning. You can read about it in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, but you can find a lot of free quick overviews on YouTube and podcasts as well. Thank you for joining me on what seems like another TED Talk today. I hope it inspires you to reflect on your own pursuit of success. For me, success is a feeling, not a number. I know your time is precious, and I appreciate you for spending it watching this video. Remember, you don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to take the next step. Take care, and I'll see you next time.